Welcome back to the final segment of Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David. And if you're just tuning in, I was shedding some light on potential ways to protect your portfolio, not relying on an advisor to really dictate your retirement future. If you happen to miss two tickets for the investing class, call 952-814-4410. When you attend this investing class, you're going to also receive the Crypto Foundations class. A couple topics in there: how cryptocurrency actually works, how blockchain technology works, but also different ways to trade them. So, Al, as you want to get into this next segment here, you want to continue this discussion about retirement strategies, techniques. But we had a listener question on the last segment on our YouTube stream about, not having a retirement
Right.
account started. And I appreciate the questions coming in on the live stream. If you happen to miss part of the show, go to YouTube and just search Investing with Confidence. You can check out the whole show, actually the whole archive of all of our shows over the past few years. So addressing that question is, there's a lot of listeners that it doesn't matter what their age, whether the listener was 23 or 63, people just don't have retirement accounts started. If they do, they have a retirement account with a broker or advisor, or just with their, like, a 401k with their employer.
Mhm.
So you help a lot of people get started with retirement accounts. What do you think is some of the first, other than, knowledge and education, what are some of the other techniques do you think people can start out with to do that with consistency?
Well, it depends on the individual. Each individual is going to be different. That's where we take advantage of their uniqueness and make sure everything is specific to them. But in regards to the 23-year-old, I just happen to have these numbers here. If you are 20, let's just say that you don't have any savings. The important thing is you start. You put a portfolio together, whether it's an employer-sponsored retirement plan, whether you set up your own individual retirement account, maybe a Roth for someone that young. That would be a fantastic place to start putting some money. But if you're 20, you can start with only $319 a month and end up with $1 million by the time you're 67. If you wait until you're 50, not $319 a month anymore. Now you have to put $2,831 a month
And that's savings, right?
in that savings at 6% to get $1 million.
Okay, so that's going over the historical average rate of return, right?
Exactly. If you got 6% every year. Now, the problem is that you're not going to get the same return every year. You will go through drawdowns. You go through corrections, which could be 10% or more, or bear markets, which are 20% or more. But the earlier you start, you have time on your side. You have the power of compounding on your side. That's why you only have to have $319 a month for the next 47 years to have that $1 million. That the return on your investments is 819, almost $900,000.
So, Al,
So
I got a question for you though. A lot of our listeners might be a little bit older. Some in their
mhm.
40s, 50s, and 60s. They make really good money, do very well, but don't have retirement accounts
Right.
started either. What's some potential advice for them?
Well, again, you get started. Put a retirement account together. There's catch up amounts that you can use, but you have to have an account set up. The interesting thing though is that as people get older, typically they get more conservative in their investments, which means that you don't have the enough of a rate of return maybe to get you where you want to go. So how do you address that? Number one is knowing how to protect your assets, knowing how to make sure that if you're wrong in such a small way that it really doesn't have a lasting impact on you. So protection is number one. That's the number one thing we teach our students. Also, how to identify assets that can maybe increase the rate of return you have. Futures, Forex,
Hmm.
options, those are leveraged assets. What that means, leverage just simply means that you get a bigger bang for your buck. For every dollar you invest, maybe that is going to control something that's 10 times or 50 times or 100 times more than that $1. That's leverage. That can have a huge impact on what you have, and what you can rely on for the rest of your retirement. But you have to be protected. You have to know how to make sure if you're wrong, again, that you're wrong in a small way. You should never have a big loss. That's one of the things that we teach our students, how to make sure that your investments are protected and your profits are protected also.
Oh, I'm really glad you brought that up, that term, more bang for your buck. I mean, I think we're stuck in 4th of July still. We're still talking about that, aren't we?
Right.
But we have a lot of listeners that need to get started. and just don't know how to do that. And you help a lot of people, and it starts in these investing classes. And really, the best time to start, it's not tomorrow, it's today.
Yep.
So call for 2 tickets for an investing class that Al teaches here in Bloomington. They're free. They're only 2 hours. We do these during the week. We also do these on the weekends, so pretty much anybody can attend. Call 952-814-4410. When you call in right now, when you attend, you're going to receive the Crypto Foundations class. And that's going into what cryptocurrency actually is, the opportunities that you're probably missing out on. 952-814-4410. You can also text the word invest to the number 484848. Al, I want to really talk. We got some time here. I want to talk about the people that do have retirements. We do have a lot of listeners that have retirements. Some people have 200,000, 300, 500,000, maybe even a million, maybe a 5 to 10 million in their accounts.
Sure.
And they want to be able to continue that lifestyle during retirement. And you help a lot of people that have, a lot of high net worth individuals that are coming to these investing classes that want to keep what they have, but keep growing it as well. And you kind of kicked the show off earlier to leave a legacy for their family.
Sure.
What are some of the things that you do and help people with that have a large sum in their retirement account?
Well, it starts out with finding out what you want your retirement to look like. Everybody should have a plan, a financial plan, an education plan that they follow. That plan should start out with the end point. What do you want your life to look like in the future? If you're retired, maybe that will change. If you're retired, maybe the needs that you have are different than what you thought they would be. So that plan also has to include some flexibility. It has to include the ability to maybe make some changes based on changes in your lifestyle. But the plan should, number one, include that basic foundational investment strategy, the core strategy, the right assets for you to trade based on your particular situation, and also how you control your emotions. And that really is important for everybody, whether you're 20 years old and starting or whether you're 70 years old. You need to control the emotions because that's probably going to be the number one thing that impedes the ability for you to have as much as you could to achieve your full potential. And you do that by following a strategy that is a step-by-step, rules-based strategy. If you can follow rules, have the discipline to follow a set of rules based on something that has been shown to work consistently over time, well, number one, why would you not want to do that? But number two, if you do that, it makes this a lot easier for you. It simplifies things and also will help you to have the ability to make higher quality investments while at the same time being protected.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the rules within a step-by-step process. But also, Online Trading Academy, the sponsor of Investing with Confidence, has the different tools that you need as well. Everybody needs the proper tools. If you're going to be a carpenter, you need a hammer, you need a saw. You don't need a hammer for everything, right? You need the proper tools for proper investing decisions. And a lot of great things about what you do with Online Trading Academy is, when people come to these investing classes, you'll have the opportunity to create that personal financial blueprint.
Right.
You'll have an opportunity to do that, and you help a lot of people with that based on their objective. So, Al, what if somebody just doesn't want to trade? They don't want to trade. They just want to manage their portfolio. Is there techniques and strategies to do for that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And again, that gets down to you, specifically you. How unique are you? What are your individual talents? What are your needs and your expectations? But a strategy can be put together that really covers everybody as far as what you need to trade, how you're going to trade, whether you're short-term, long-term, what the right asset is for you to trade. But a lot of people want to do this in more of a hands-off way, more of a passive way. We do have a strategy, an investment or retirement investment strategy called Strategic Investor, which really does that. It shows you how to have a source of income coming in on a regular basis, but you're also participating in the different parts of the market, but not all at the same time. So we're trying to identify one part of the economy that might be outperforming another part. And so you have access to those different locations that you can be in, so you're always participating in what the market's providing for us.
Yep. It's all about having the potential to do that. And if you don't get started, you don't have that potential. And Alan, we talked a lot about many different topics here today, but I think the main topic, and I think the main thing people are looking for is security. To be more secure, whether they're in their working years or during retirement. If you want more security, come to one of these investing classes. Al teaches these. They're in Bloomington. They're free. They're only 2 hours to learn more techniques and strategies on how to be potentially more secure in your financial future. So callers 1 through 10, one last set of tickets. You're going to receive 2 tickets when you call in, and I'm going to give away one last set of passes for this Crypto Foundations class. 952-814-4410. That's 952-814-4410. You can also text the word invest to the number 484848, and that'll guide you on how to get registered. Al, you have some great words of wisdom. I know you've been preparing them all day long. Let's hear them today.
You've heard people say this before. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Correct.
I saw this on the internet the other day. I thought it was kind of interesting. It said you can lead a human to knowledge, but you can't make it think. I'm going to change that a bit to you can lead humans to knowledge, but you can't make them use it. And a lot of people need someone to help initiate the action and help with the application of that knowledge, because knowledge is worthless unless it's used. So at the Online Trading Academy, we have market experienced instructors that provide that help and then cover the spectrum of trading styles, whether it be short-term trading, swing trading, position trading, which is long-term investing, along with investment theory for stocks, ETFs, options, futures, Forex, bonds, crypto. Everyone is unique, and we help find a combination that is right for you, for the unique person you are.
We do a lot here on the show, and I hope we inspire you to get started. Once again, for one last set of tickets for the investing class, they're free, 952-814-4410, or text the word invest to the number 484848. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.